Sorry about that. I actually stopped the recording, so I'm gonna have to join those two videos together. But where I left off is I was last showing another piece of art. I'll go through a couple of these just because I think this is one of the coolest parts about the game is how much work they put into this rule book. So this is another story event, I believe. And the way these are laid out is there's the art that I keep showing, and then also there's a table that you roll a die against whenever you meet the requirements to check out this event. So for this one, it's called Herb Gathering. There's a bunch of people trying to collect some herbs, I guess, and there's a giant monster plant eating them, of course, because nothing can ever go well for the survivors. And then on this side, you have the table that has you roll dice based on specific events, and then you just follow, whatever it says to do. So it adds a little variety to the game. You come across the same event, but maybe you roll a dice different, and something different happens that changes the outcome of how your party looks. Let me see if I can find some art that's by one of the other artists. I don't know them by name, I just recognize the styles. Trying to also find one that I wouldn't mind putting on my YouTube channel. Some of this is pretty horrific. This one looks a little questionable, but I think I can show it. So here's what looks like a woman who recently gave birth and some really disturbing knight slash king character holding the baby in the palm of his hands. Very menacing. Not sure what he's planning to do with it. Some scantily clad women, but they are covered by hair from what I can see. Apologies if there's anything in there offensive. And then again, there's more tables. So you get the idea. I'll see if I can find one more example of the art. So here's a cool one. This is an example of the White Lion, which is the first showdown that the game starts off. So your survivors wake up, they don't know where they are, they don't know who they are, and they fight this lion. And all they have to fight this crazy lion is stones that they pick up off the ground. So here's a picture of that battle. And I guess these are details of the actual showdown itself. So there's the lion in the corner sleeping, and then there's just some of the rules for it. So here's the cover. It's the same watcher I was showing you earlier, but in a little bit of color. It's a huge rule book. Not sure how many pages it is. Looks like it's over 220 pages. There's a glossary. There's a mini comic book in the middle of it. My understanding is eventually they're going to release a art book just for the art in this rule book. And maybe there's going to be some other content as well. So that's enough of the rule book. Looking forward to reading that. And then the last thing that I haven't covered is the settlement page. So this is like the last one I showed earlier where you can track your characters. It looks like you can actually save your settlement progress as well on this sheet. Again, I'm assuming there's a PDF, so you don't have to use these all up, or if you run out, you have more. And that does it for the box. So the last thing that I haven't opened is the miniatures, which is pretty important for a miniatures game. I'm probably not going to open these all up on the video because I'm not ready to start assembling them yet, and they're not going to be too impressive to look at considering they're not going to be assembled. So let me figure out how I should open this. So it just comes out like that. And I'm expecting to see a big sheet. Yep. So very neatly organized, very efficiently packed. Everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. This is going to be difficult to show with all the plastic it's wrapped in, but here is a huge pile of plastic miniatures that I will probably be painting for a while. Looks like the phoenix is in the corner here. It's probably the easiest thing to make out if you can make that out at all. Right here where my fingers are, you can see a couple of the wings. Some wings on this side as well. So this will probably keep me busy for the rest of my life. I don't think I'll ever finish painting these. One of the cool things about these miniatures is my understanding is different arms and legs enter. You can take the different character models and switch out their armor pieces and their weapons so that as you take a character through the game, you can change their equipment. Obviously, if you're going to paint those, that might be a little bit tricky considering you might not want to make it permanent with glue or whatever. But I think some people have actually taken to pinning drilling little holes in the joints and using super small magnets so they can swap the arms and legs out. We'll see how that goes. I haven't really looked into it too much. I might just make a couple of sets of armor for different characters and just use whatever character closely more resembles that, or maybe I'll just paint 4 characters and then just focus on the monsters for a while. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to putting these together. I've seen a lot of people open these up and review them. I'm not a huge miniature aficionado or anything like that, so I don't have a lot to say other than just they look really awesome, and I'm looking forward to putting them together and painting them and then playing with them in my game. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. And for the last part of this video, I will go over what's in the Survivor Awards. I'm assuming a lot of this stuff is miniatures as well, but we'll see. If there's anything special to show, I'll show you. It's just a little I love Poots. Adam Poots is the game designer, or one of the game designers that put this Kickstarter together, so he has a little logo on the back. More cellophane. Alright. See if we can get this open. Hopefully, since it looks like it's designed just like the last one. Okay, just have to lift here and pull here. Alright. So I'm expecting a whole bunch of more miniatures. Alright. And this looks like it's just another set of the same miniatures that I already had. So I know what all the rewards and stuff I got were, I just didn't know what was going to ship with what. So there are expansions that I bought. Those are going to come in a later wave, but this is the core game. This is literally the same thing that I just, at least from what I can tell. Actually, you know what? This is a little bit different. These are some different miniatures, I think. I think these were just the extra Survivor level miniatures that you got when you pledged for the Kickstarter. So there's an extra Phoenix in here. What else do I see? An extra Watcher. I think these miniatures are called like the King Guard or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking of Game of Thrones. Couple armor sets and things like that. It's hard to tell without it put together. But and then more bases for the miniatures. So that about does it. Hopefully the video was helpful somewhat to you if you're waiting for your game and you're just looking forward to seeing what was inside of it. And yeah, comment in the video if you're waiting on this game or if you're thinking of picking it up. I'll try to post some details about this game if you've never heard about it in the description of the video, so look at that if you're interested. And I don't have a whole lot to say. This is probably going to keep me busy for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to checking out and playing it. So thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.